that's it. We just want to win for our team.
My goodness!
Yeah, we're just as good as the men. We're better.
It's a huge point for the Bay Area.
Good chance that's the number one highlight of the week.
Good morning, planet Earth! You're watching MLTT Major League Table Tennis. This is day number 3 of week number 13, and we're coming to you live from Wichita, Kansas. I'm Adam Bobrow, and this is the last day before the playoff weekend come the end of the month in Chicago. Wichita, are you guys ready? Alrighty, then let's bring in the officials. First, we've got Jovana Knežević and Jorge Vanegas. And now we'll call in the first team, their first place in the league, and they are as close to qualifying as you can possibly imagine with 231 points at the top of the food chain. A warm welcome for the Bay Area Blasters! Coached by Maggie Tien, Taowen Jong, El Sayed Lashin, Senura Silva, Alexis Douin, and Lily Jong. And on the other side, coming in right now in second place, they've got 212 points. Get ready for the team battling for second place, Texas Smash. Coming in first, Hiromitsu Kasahara, David McBeth, Darryl Tsao, Nishant Lebaka, Amy Wong, and Nandan Naresh, coached by digital cyber coach Jörg Bitzigayo, phoning it in from Germany. So now that all the warriors are here, let's shake some hands and slap some skins and let the games begin.
It has been a special and meaningful weekend here in Wichita. Last night, a little ceremony to celebrate the season and to honor the 3 Olympians. Amy Wong, Rachel Sung, Lily Jong celebrated with a cake in their honor last night. But the competition continues today, and there is still plenty to determine. The Bay Area Blasters punched their ticket to the playoffs officially yesterday. They need 1 point today to clinch first place. Meanwhile, the Texas Smash won the Golden Game against Seattle last night, coming from behind. That was a huge 6 points. They've got 212, 10 points clear of Portland. Top 2 in the West make the playoffs. This is the final day of the regular season, so the Smash will clinch a playoff spot with 11 points. And that's what we've got to look forward to today. Hi, everybody. Good morning and welcome with the Hall of Famer Sean O'Neill. I am Evan Lepler. Pretty simple for Texas. They need 11 points to qualify. Really, they need to avoid a disastrous effort this morning against a Bay Area team that's been really, really good this weekend.
Well, Bay Area is going to be relaxed because they're in control of their own destination. They just won 1 point. They're going through. With Jörg Bitzigayo as the coach, I can promise you Texas is going to be fighting for each and every game.
Well, Hiromitsu Kasahara has been solid. He'll be in the first singles spot. But before we talk about today, let's review the season series between the Smash and the Blasters. Bay Area has won 3 out of the 5, including some really big wins. They got 31 out of a possible 42 points in September and October. Texas battled back in the series. It was 2-all heading into February, but look, in Everett, Washington, Bay Area was the buzzsaw, 18-3. Let's revisit what happened in Santa Cruz. Take us through it, Sean.
Yeah, definitely. We saw Lily coming out on top, playing extremely strong, but then back and forth between these two teams. Super exciting. This match, definitely a pick-em match because, one, Texas is fighting to stay alive and to take that second spot going into the playoffs.
Kasahara victorious there. No Jinbao Ma today for the Blasters. That's something to keep in mind as we get going. Tsao and Jong is playing singles against Dave McBeth. Looking forward to that. We've got a tremendous doubleheader of Major League Table Tennis, the final day of the regular season. We're just 20 days away from the start of championship weekend in Chicago to culminate this incredible first season of Major League Table Tennis.
VIP section. In the nosebleed seats back there, we got this giant jumbotron up here. From time to time, I see a point that I really like and I think is going to look amazing with the incredible camera work we have. And I go, replay! Make sure you look up at the screen for the replay. Cheer for good points, cheer for whatever you want. If you've got favorite players, slap the chairs, stomping your feet. Doesn't work so well on the concrete over there, but the chairs, you can use your hands to bang, make some noise. Other than that, we've got two-star players on court right now that I'd like to introduce to you. Representing the Texas Smash, in navy blue, he comes all the way from Japan. He's strong, he's fast, he's got a fighting spirit like you wouldn't believe. He just played the national championships in Japan and is here on USA home soil. Put your hands together for Hiromitsu Kasahara! And on the other side of the table, there's a guy who comes all the way from Egypt. All the way! If you look at a map, most maps we have in the US don't even show it. It's on the other side of the globe, in northern Africa. He's called the Arab Lion, and he's been one of the best players in Egypt for decades. Get ready for the styles and the fighting spirit of El Sayed Lashin. Alrighty, each team has 3 timeouts per match, and by per match, I mean team match. Only 2 timeouts can be used before the golden game, which means that during the golden game, each team will have 1 timeout left.
We're just about ready to go here from the Koch Arena in Wichita, the home of the Shockers. And the schedule for this opening match between the Blasters and the Smash looks like this. Lashin is in the AB spot today because Jinbao Ma gets the day off for the Blasters. Sonura Silva and Nishant Laaka, that's the battle of the dudes that began the season as Princeton Revolution, now playing in the West Division. Douin and Tsao will meet for the second time this season, as will Tsao and Jong and David McBeth. Tsao and McBeth have not played since September. But we begin with Lashin and Kasahara, 2 of the top 20 players in the league by the MLTT Power Ranking metric, and this will be an interesting contrast of styles, Sean O'Neill.
Yeah, Lashin has had some difficulty this weekend so far, losing both of his matches, but taking a game, or no, actually he beat
Rachel Sung, lost to Paul Chi.
Yeah, and beating Rachel Sung 2-1. I think from Portland's perspective, that was a win for her to take one of the games. But different styles. Lashin moved the ball around, leaves the table, really strong on both the forehand and backhand, but kind of mid-court. Hiro Kasahara, very fast hands. Can counterattack, good serves, but it's really going to be a battle of kind of like modern table tennis with Kasahara, so quick, so fast, and then Lashin is just the experienced pro. Excellent pattern play and great forehand attacks.
Lashin has 3 of the first 4. When you say modern table tennis, what do you mean?
The way the game is played today, up to the table, very similar to Amy Wong, Lily Jung, quick off the bounce. Not a lot of power, but more speed and precision.
4-1.
The easiest way to beat power is to give them less time to set up their shot.
Nandan Naresh inactive today, but looking on from the Texas bench.
Two, 5.
Lachine trying to slow down each rally. Kasahara trying to speed it up.
Like every match in the regular season, 21
6-2.
points up for grabs. And obviously you want to win as many points as you can. But unlike the regular season, you have a kind of a specific target in mind for both these teams today.
7-2.
Bay Area officially needs just 1 point to clinch first place in the division. That would set the matchup against the Princeton Revolution to start championship weekend, the 2nd seed from the East. And I'll say Lachine looking like he's going to take care of that point pretty quick.
Coming out strong.
Three, 8.
You see Kasahara just holding the table.
8-4.
Lachine is in the backcourt. It's nice and safe, but moving the ball around really well.
Best point of the match there for Hero so far?
Yeah, just, again, staying on top, not allowing Lachine to get that forehand into play. It's so spinny when Lachine steps around his backhand.
Well, three in a row for Kasahara. Got a 6-point gap in half. Bay Area bench trying to encourage Lachine. Kasahara has found something here late.
Yeah, how fast Kasahara is able to return that first loop right off the
6,
bounce.
8.
Great placement back into the backhand side, causing Lachine to have to lift his elbow to try to get around the ball.
Let.
Great footwork by Lachine. So
6,
quick.
9.
Kasahara right off the bounce again.
7.
Not really letting the ball breathe, but taking it with his backhand down the line.
Two serves with an opportunity to close out game one. Kasahara, after trailing by
9,
6, has come
8.
all the way back to get within 1 here.
And the points are going in his direction. He's having no trouble getting his attack going and backing Lachine off the table.
Oh, big point
great
from Lachine.
Over the table, forehand
8,
flip
10.
kill. Lachine got in so quickly. Great placement out to the forehand.
Swing and a miss on the return. Kasahara
9,
has one more
10.
serve to try to create our first golden point on this April Sunday. And that did not catch the back edge. Lachine takes game one.
11, 9.
A splendid start for the Arab Lion. And with that point, the Bay Area Blasters cannot be caught atop the West. The Blasters will be the #1 seed coming out of the West Division 3 weeks from now at championship weekend. Lachine gets the Blasters to the finish line.
watching online throughout the season? Awesome. MLCT.com. Stats, rankings, standings, everything you need. Time for some action. It's 1-0 for the Blasters.
Look at the up-to-the-minute standings. Bay Area Blasters now 20 points clear of the smash. Even if Texas wins the next 20 points in this match, the Blasters have the tiebreaker, courtesy of their season-long advantage over the smash. So Texas will not finish first. The question now, Sean, is can they finish second? And look, there's some pressure on this smash. The Portland Paddlers, beginning of the day, 10 points behind the smash. Obviously, that's not a small gap, but it's also not an insurmountable gap. Think of it this way. Portland had an 11-point edge over Texas coming into the weekend. And over the course of the last 2 days, Texas has gained 21 points on them. So, yes, the Smash have the momentum. The Paddlers have struggled. But if the Portland squad can flip the switch today, Portland very much could be in the mix. And we know the Paddlers are rooting hard for the Bay Area Blasters.
Very hard for the
this morning.
Blasters. And I thought this was one of those matches where if Texas came out strong, possibly swept it 3-0, could really put a damper on Portland's efforts. But right now, El Sayed Rasheen is doing a great job for both the Blasters and Portland to keep the pressure on.
It's been an interesting 2024 so far for Lachine. He went winless. He was swept twice in January in Portland. But he certainly bounced back. He went 5-1 in singles matches in Seattle. He's currently 3-3 so far this weekend. Now 4-3 after the first game today.
Another great forehand over the table smash here. Expect Kasahara to drop more short balls to the middle or to the backhand after seeing Machine's 2 forehand attacks be so successful. Oh, again, really good footwork by Lachine. Getting around that last ball. Again, nice topspin on the backhand opening of Lachine. Really setting the pace well in each one of these points.
Overcooked that one, 6-all. Every point counts for Texas, obviously. And as long as they can get 5, 6, 7 points, that'll really put the pressure on Portland. Obviously, Texas could get, let's say, to 8 points. Let's say they can have the 8-7 lead going into the Golden game. Even if they lose the Golden game, they'd have an 18-point lead, and they have the tiebreaker over the Paddlers, so Portland would need 19 against Seattle. That's a really tough ask. We haven't seen too many 19-2s this season.
But Portland was involved in a 20-1 on the losing side, so
I don't see Seattle getting beaten 19-2 today.
It's going to be interesting because they are not in the running, so depending on their mindset, they mix up the order as much as they can, but the players do have individual performance.
Incentives to win every point, every game.
And I would say even more so is we've got the draft coming up. You want to have your best performances on every single match weekend, and this is the last one for the Spinners to send a message to head coach and future owner that they deserve a chance at season 2.
Kasahara apologizes for the net ball, but does earn him a game point.
10.
And it feels like Kasahara has found something. He was down 8-2 in the first game, got up to 10-9. He's up 10-8 here. Certainly not done yet.
Great third ball attack by Leen.
9-10.
Kasahara has to do a lot more with that serve return other than just putting it over the net.
Leen battles back to 10-all,
10.
creating the first golden point of the day.
You know what it is. Say it with me. Golden points.
Kasahara with a big forehand winner to take game 2. Texas on the board here on this Sunday morning in Wichita. 11-9 for Leen in game 1, 11-10 for Kasahara in game 2. Game 3, gonna be fun.
You can only use the towel every 6 points. So in between, they'll wipe their hand just behind the net on the table. And you might say, why not their clothes? Who says their clothes are dry? They're working hard out here, right? So they'll try to wipe their hand where the ball's unlikely.
Kasahara earns the first point of the day for Texas with a golden point victory over Leen in game 2.
Third
Smash
game.
now 11 points clear of the Paddlers in the full season standings. This is the 22nd final team match of the year in the regular season for the Smash and the Paddlers, or the Smash and the Blasters, I should say. Paddlers play the Spinners later today.
Oh,
nicely
what
done.
Beautiful open
0-2.
court down the line loop by Leen.
One, two. Three, one. Four, one.
Wow.
Similar start to game 1 for Leen.
5-1,
Just
change.
great placement on the serves, mixing it up, changing the spin. Kasahara had already decided he was going to use a backhand return to serve, but Leen able to serve it even wider. And that's the quick off the bounce backhand
2-5.
by Kasahara.
Two. Blaster serves.
Two really big points here for Leen. If he can take at least one of them, he will be in the driver's seat.
Wow.
How well did he set up that ball? You just see him playing solid backhands, looking for that opportunity to turn the corner and rip the ball down the line. A little bit of a surprise there. Kasahara popped it up, but
8.
Lachine had already been stepping in.
Just like game one, Lachine built an 8-2 lead. Now in game one, Kasahara got back
8.
into it, was within one at 10-9. Hiromitsu gets both points on his serve. It's an 8-4 game.
8-4.
And this is where Lachine is going to have to work for the points. Needs to take his time, move the serve around like he did in the last set, and try to land a big forehand, negating Kasahara's ability to take the ball off the bounce.
Just see what it means to Lachine. 44 years young. Said yesterday he's still having fun. He wants to keep playing as long as he can.
I mean, I
He's
just
still
Four.
got game.
10.
his legs don't look 44. The way he's moving around, hitting the targets.
Miss hit.
5-10.
Kasahara though, a long way to go. Slew of game points for Lachine. And El Sayed Lachine with an impressive
11-5.
performance. He takes 2 out of 3 from Hiromitsu Kasahara. 2 very close games, and then Lachine with a convincing win in game 3. He takes it 11-5.
That's pretty sweet. I'm excited. I'm going to ask questions for everyone here. How about you guys? What's your name? You have the same name as him? You were named after him? What's your name? Ryan. So you're Ryan as well? His name is Dennis. Wait a minute. This gets a little confusing now. You were named after Ryan in honor of Ryan and named you Dennis. That's clever. I like it. There's a good story there. It's a bit misleading. It makes people want to know more. How did you guys find out about it today?
We're just general ping pong enthusiasts, honestly.
Me too. Facebook, the Facebook enthusiast, table tennis enthusiast. I like it. That's cool. No, Mark Zuckerberg's great. That guy. I've been following him for years. He's really good. You should see his forehand.
Back here in Wichita, and we're joined by El Sayed Lachine, who just took 2 out of 3 games from Hiromitsu Kasahara. Certainly a very difficult adjustment playing Rachel Sung on Saturday and then Hiromitsu Kasahara on a Sunday, and yet you win both those matches. How would you describe the adjustment to playing Hiro today?
First of all, I'm very happy for this, but it's big difference between women game and men game. So I like when I play with Kasahara more than I play with Rachel. So it's like make me more interesting to play with him. It's first time, but I felt it's okay. It's a good game, not bad.
You had an 8-2 lead in game 1, and then he found a way to get back into it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you were able to close it out. How'd you do it?
I was a little bit very nervous from beginning, okay, and I get many points, but after I become more nervous than beginning also. I become more nervous and more nervous. Then, okay, in the time when it's 9-9, 10-10, I must be cool. So I use it and it succeeds.
You've talked about your game a lot, but talk about the team. What does it mean to be part of this Bay Area Blasters? You've got some young players, some old players as yourself. How does that team dynamic really work for you guys?
I'm very happy for this because it's not my first time that we have like generations in the team. So now also in Egypt I have my team, and also the team have young generation, and I adapt with them. I like them like my brothers. So it's like my normal life here. I'm very happy for this, and also I play in Turkey. It's the same, also same generation because I'm very old, you know.
I'll say, before I let you go, I want to ask you about the idea of nerves, and you've been playing this sport for so long all around the world. Has there ever been a point where you didn't get nervous before a match?
If it's hard match, I'm not very nervous, but because we want make more points here, because here is tension too much for the points. So if it's normal match, it's okay. It's a final. Who win, who we go home and with the trophy, it's okay. But because here they care too much about games, about points, so it's make me a little bit nervous.
So you're saying you're more nervous now than you'll be at championship weekend?
I think, yeah.
Fascinating. Thanks for joining us, El Sayed. We'll see you.
See you.
Great stuff from Lachine. And right on time, we get to Nishant Laaka. Welcome to the second singles match, everybody. Sonora Silva certainly a favorite in this match, but certainly no fear on that forehand.
Yeah, with Laaka, he is a pips out hitter. He likes to, when the ball comes over.
Move your arm.
Now he's being warned, when the players serve the ball, they cannot shield it from the opponent. Must be clearly visible throughout the toss, both upwards and downwards. And as you said, Evan, Silva is the favorite, but in a style matchup, I really see that Laaka, with his forehand smash, could give Silva a lot of difficulties, but he's going to have to get past the serve and serve return. Silva has very tricky serves, and his first attack. Look at that counter kill. Looked like Silva had the point in his hand, but Laaka so quick with the forehand smash.
Well, it's funny, Sean. This is the first meeting between Laaka and Silva, but they've had eerily similar journeys. They're both still teenagers. Nishant grew up in the northeast of the U.S. in New Jersey. Sonora Silva from Sri Lanka, now in college in Texas, but neither of these guys were drafted in the inaugural MLTT draft. Silva signed as a free agent by Princeton in September, and then picked up full-time by the Blasters in October. Meanwhile, Nishant Laaka signed as a free agent in December for the crossover weekend for the Revolution, and he performed well.
He played awesome down in Rock Hill.
Of the Texas staff, and Georg Bitsigayo signing Laaka when they were in a pinch, needing a player.
And played big yesterday, getting a number of points in the Golden game.
We've seen some other free agents come aboard around the league and look overwhelmed at times, understandably. Like, you were not drafted, everybody else was. There's a talent gap, there's a confidence gap. It's hard to be an undrafted free agent and find your footing. And yet these two guys have never really looked like free agents at any point during the season. Especially Silva, who has become one of the top players in the league.
And that backhand has been one of the many reasons for Silva playing off the table, but just pulling that backhand across his body. Laaka's style is very difficult to have good timing against, because on that forehand with the pips out rubber, it's so flat. There's not a lot of rhythm. He's trying to finish the ball as quickly as possible. And he plays a very stable backhand generally, where he just keeps it in play. And then goes for the big forehand when possible. But Silva, great focus, great concentration in each and every game in these matchups.
Six, seven.
Oh, that was a great push by Silva. Kept it low.
8,
nice
6.
and deep. Not easy to lift with those forehand pips out rubber. And now Silva, a little bit of breathing space.
9, 6.
He's just so steady.
Never beats himself. Always plays within his capacity.
And part of that is just the ability to maintain your focus.
It really is. And he loses 1 point, possibly a second point. He slows down, takes his time. Look at this. What a strong finish to game 1.
Folks around the nation are excited about the eclipse that's coming tomorrow. Sonora Silva has been the eclipse for Major League Table Tennis, this rare phenomenon that has come from nowhere and stunned the table tennis world. We'll see if the nickname sticks. Sonora Silva, the eclipse. Maybe, maybe not. He's got a 1-0 lead, that's for sure.
Black side is a grippy, skinny side. The red side has short pips. Those little bumps that look like Legos. Maybe you've seen them on recreational rackets at local community centers. Those bumps are for flat hitting. So they'll serve with the skinny side. Twiddle, meaning turn the racket 180 degrees in his hand. Very fast, flat origins. That means they're low percentage shots, but when he makes them, they're like bullets, and it's really tough to counter spin. So keep your eyes on the racket when he twists, the difference between his forehand and his backhand side. Game number 2, the players back for action. Let me hear you, Wichita! And we're pausing right now for a commercial break, but back for action.
Bay Area Blasters have a 3-1
Second
lead,
set.
courtesy of El
Second
Sayed
game.
Lachine taking
Blasters
2 out
to
of
serve,
3.
0-0.
And Sonora Silva winning the opening game over Nishant Laaka. Silva was down 6-5 and won the final 6 points to close that game out. Laaka back on track to start game 2.
1-0.
What do you think
Smash.
of the nickname The Eclipse for
I think it
Sonora
works.
Silva? Timely. Sean, what would you say is the equivalent in the sport of table
2-1.
tennis to an eclipse? A rare thing that doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, it's shocking and spectacular.
Yeah, I just think with
China losing?
Yeah, we had a match at the last World Championships where India had China on the ropes in the women's division, which just never happens.
2,
But
3.
I anticipate with season 1 under his belt, we are going to see Sonora Silva regularly at every single match. And it will not be once in the next 44 years for him to shine again. I did bring my glasses with me.
But it might be 44 years before you see someone from the free agent pool join a team after the season starts and end the year in the top 5 or top 10 of the power rankings.
Absolutely, from that standpoint,
4,
I know,
3.
looking back at the combine where all the players gave their coaches the first chance to see them, that Sonora was upset by one of the younger females, Kayla Goodwin, who played
4,
exceptionally well. But after that match, I think a number of the coaches felt that Sonora might have been better in season 2, but he's clearly made the most of his opportunity, both for the Revolution
5,
and
4.
being grabbed by Maggie Tien to be a mainstay of Blasters.
Sonora Silva, his season goes like this. He went
4,
3-3 in singles
6.
as a free agent in Daytona Beach as a member of the Revolution. Then in October, he made his debut with the Blasters. He went 3-3 in singles in that opportunity in Houston, Texas. And in Pleasanton,
5,
he played in all
6.
3 matches. He went 6-3. The crossover event going against the East Division, he went 5-4 in singles. And remember, West Division players did not have a ton of success overall against East Division players, but Silva
7,
finished
5.
above 500. He went 6-3 in singles in Portland, and he went 6-0 in singles in Seattle. He's been solid, if not spectacular, in the Golden Games throughout the season as well. It's just like
7,
at some
6.
point you've come to expect this excellence again, which is astonishing because A, he's 18, and B, he was he wasn't drafted. That was a buzz from Home Alone moment for me right
6, 8.
It's just so dependable, and I think he adds so much excitement to the Bay Area Blasters. Truly being young
6,
and full of energy.
9.
Anytime there's a super serious moment, especially as they're coming into these very tight matches. You can count on Sonora to bring
10-6.
some humor, some excitement, but most important, his level of fight and focus. Trying to take game number 2 here to really open up.
Laaka gets it to 10-8.
10.
He's got a couple of serves here on his paddle. Opportunity to win both points and get it to a golden point. Missed it. And Silva takes game 2.
11,
a little bit
8.
tighter than game 1, but
Smash,
the
yellow
result
card.
stays the same, and Silva's excellence stays the same. Sonora did not play here for the Blasters on Friday night, but on Saturday, he was excellent. Had a good start to Sunday, too. Well, it's a 2-0 lead for Sonora Silva here in the second singles spot. Meanwhile, the Fun Police have arrived here to Wichita. Nishant Laaka just got a yellow card for showing a little frustration. He did slightly more than place his paddle on the table at the end of that game, losing 11-8. He hit the shot wide. He kind of, from about a foot away, threw the paddle on the table. I would
gently lobbed it.
I would personally be okay with that being fine and not potentially costing Texas a point if it happened again. Here's what happened. We'll get back to it when we can, perhaps in the towel check at 6 points in. Meanwhile, Laaka trying to salvage a point for the smash. And look, if he doesn't, they're down 5-1. Texas starting to maybe feel a little bit of pressure, Sean. I mean,
yeah, no, I think
3-1.
Not exactly the most violent of actions from Laaka, but apparently that's a yellow card in modern table tennis.
Just trying to
defend your sport, Sean.
Trying to keep the players under control. They don't want to have it become a.
He's not exactly a raging bull in a china shop there. I mean, are you kidding me? Keeping the players under control. What is this? I'll move on.
Five-two, change.
Silva's saying after that last point, the ball is not coming out. So then step in, don't wait for it.
Two, 5.
That caught the edge. Point for Laaka. And a
6-2
lead here in game 3.
Laaka likes that type of backhand-to-backhand exchange. Not a lot of risk, but just keeps it on the table. He knows that if Silva steps around that ball, he's going to get a chance to step around himself.
7-2.
Deliver his favorite forehand smash.
Oh.
And I'm going to credit Laaka for staying with that shot after the Ball went out to his forehand. He kept on it, hustled to get the chop in.
Laaka
Your 2-9.
now leads 9-2 here in game 3.
This is really huge for
it really is.
Texas, because this could have been the way things were looking. A 3-0 sweep.
9-3.
Which, especially thinking of Kasahara being the favorite against Leen. This could affect the power rankings a little bit for Silva.
Let's
Said he was perfect in the last matchup
he's
in
gonna
ever.
go 5-1 in singles this weekend. He's going to be 34-14 in singles for the season. It's a nice win for Nishant Laaka, no doubt. But maybe the yellow card got him a little fired up. Imagine if he slammed his paddle into the table. Literally have to call the authorities. Nishant Laaka earns a point for the smash. It could be a critical one at the end of the day.
Now raise your hand if you know what the golden game is. Okay, awesome. The golden game is crazy exciting. It's like the last 2 minutes of an NBA basketball game because everything is that much more important. All 5 players who played on each team, so a total of 10, will come back for the golden game in a tag team sort of event. It'll be a game to 21 points, must win by 1. 20-20 would be the ultimate golden point. And it's winner takes all. 6 points for the winning team. No 4-2, 5-1, 3-3, none of that. 6-0 golden game. So we come into the doubles now. If you've never seen professional table tennis before, in doubles, players must alternate shots. That means hit the ball, get out of the way, but not so far out of the way that you can't come right back to play the next ball. So left-handed, right-handed combination.
Bay Area Blasters have a 4-2 lead over the Texas Smash. Sonora Silva just won 2 out of 3 games. Sonora joins us now. Congrats, Sonora. Strong start. I'm sure not the 3rd game you envisioned. What was the story of that match with you and Nishant?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I didn't want to play with this guy because it's because of his racket and it's so many things. And I prefer play with Darryl more than Laaka, but it's okay. I played well. I won the game. That's it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, very difficult against this pips out player because no matter what you do, he's always just one shot away of playing his favorite shot.
Yeah, and the ball doesn't come to me. Like when he blocks, it's very slow, and I cannot adjust to the. That's my weakness this game. I couldn't adjust to the ball.
Yeah,
so.
it seems like on his forehand it's so much power, so flat, but then on the backhand he slows it down, so it's really putting a stress on your footwork. So what happens if you face him in the golden game? What adjustments will you make there?
I will just give it some time and let the ball come to me, and I just go for like some power shots, and I'll find his weakness before the golden game. Yeah.
Sonora, if you're in the match against Princeton 3 weeks from now, you'll probably play against either Koyo, Prishepa, or Desantalan. Who would you be most excited to play against?
Would love
Which
to
one
play
of your
with
former teammates?
I would love to play with Prishepa. Yeah.
Why?
Because very clean game and like very good footwork. It will be so many good rallies.
What will you do between now and championship weekend to sharpen your game and stay focused?
After this weekend, I have college nationals in Wisconsin, so I have to fly for that and come back to school, then get ready for Chicago. Yeah.
Sounds busy. Enjoy some cheese curds while you're in Wisconsin,
sure.
And we'll see you in Chicago.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sonora.
Thank you.
Time to shift toward the doubles, and it's Tsao and Jong and Lily Jong against Hiro Kasahara and Amy Wong. Tsao and Lily played together here on Friday, and then Lily played with Jinbao yesterday. Meanwhile, Hiromitsu Kasahara and Amy Wong have had a very solid weekend. They took 2 out of 3 from Jiwei and Rachel in the Portland match on Friday, and then swept Olajide and Fabiola 3-0. So Kasahara and Wong have been the class of the doubles department so far. We'll see if that continues. Texas could certainly use 2 or 3 points here to help their cause to get toward the postseason.
First game, Blasters to serve, 0-0.
We're going to see a lot of this, Evan, where both Amy and Hero love to play over the table, especially on the backhand side with the serve return. Expect the blasters to be covering the court primarily with their forehand. Lily likes to play up to the table, but in doubles, she's been doing exceptionally well on the forehand side. And look at that, Amy Wong, backhand bullet.
3-0.
Do not want to let any of these pushes hang up in the air.
Another reminder about
that time it was hand over the table. Wow. A mention of the serve and then a drilling of the serve into the net.
Kasahara took a wary look toward his bench. His bench responded with positive energy. Got a loose ball on the court. Silva again comes up big. This guy does it all. Do you expect Sonora to be part of the college championship before an MLTT championship, possibly?
Well, he'll be one of the top 2 players. Of course, teammate Jonathan McDonald, also from Texas Wesleyan.
Right.
I would not be surprised if both of those players made it to the semis or finals and played against each other.
4-2.
Of course, there's a team event for National Collegiate Table Tennis Association, which is co-ed, which is very unique, similar to MLTT, where the ladies get a chance to play against male counterparts, whether it's in the Golden Game, doubles, as you saw with Rachel, Sung playing singles against the
5-2.
Great forehand by Lily Jong.
3-5.
To sit down with Lily for a little interview earlier this morning. Not only is she a fantastic player who's had a storied career, but she can weave a story. She's a great talker at the microphone. Obviously, she's had a lot of experience. She'll be a 4-time Olympian this summer in Paris.
7-3.
She's just 27 years old. She'll be 28 in June. She was an Olympian for the first time. She qualified when she was 15. She was an Olympian at age 16 in 2012 in London.
8-3.
It's an incredible journey that she has been on in the table tennis world. And she's still riding the wave, enjoying every moment.
And the Texas Smash have just put on a power clinic here.
They sure have.
Four, 9.
Nice hustle there by Lily to get
5.
Amy's diagonally placed forehand push onto the table.
Wow. So obviously Tsao kept that alive while losing his paddle. If Lily had hit a winner there, they would have counted?
Yep, Lily's ball was in play. The question was if Lily could have put it on and they just returned it, what was Tsao going to use to try to play that ball back?
You use your palm without a paddle in your hand, that's not legal, I imagine.
You have to have a paddle in one hand.
11-5 for Texas in game 1 as the doubles duo of Kasahara and Wong continues to cook.
What's your name? Yoshi. Oh, Nihonjin desu ka. Sugee. Awesome. Are you fans of Hiromitsu Kasahara? Whoa, how'd you find it? Okay, say your name one more time. Yoshi and Amy. Cool. Adam. Nice to meet you. How did you hear about today? also loves it. That's cool. That's why he flew here from Egypt. Are you playing at a local club? I'm a matchmaker. We are going to find you a club to play at today.
Texas now 13 points clear of Portland. Paddlers play Seattle at 2 p.m. Central Time
Second
today.
game, smash the serve, 0-0.
Amy Wong and Hiromitsu Kasahara trying to further dampen
0-1.
Portland's enthusiasm by taking care of business, playing doubles.
A flying Lily coming across the table.
Look at this forehand from Kasahara from deep off the table. Kasahara and Wong playing different dimensions sometimes, with one deep in the backcourt, one in the forecourt, right at the table, and somehow finding a rhythm.
And Amy is so quick up at the table that it gives Kasahara a chance to kind of float around, watch the point develop during the rally.
3-1.
So solid at that forehand smash.
4-1.
Not only can she loop the ball off the bounce, but anything that's a pop-up.
And yesterday she said her strategy was to try to get it back on the table.
Right, which
Come on!
2-4.
For her, getting it on the table is basically a rip off the bounce. Very similar to Kasahara, who likes to play with quick tempo, a lot of speed, and no hesitation. You can't second guess yourself if you're going to play like Amy Wong or Hiro Kasahara. It's a nice deep push there by Amy, very aggressive. Tao and Jong able to get under that ball and lift it up, turn it into a nice forehand topspin. Amy just steps around, unleashes her backhand
5-3.
off the bounce. So smooth. Lily made a great forehand loop, and Amy just ran into it with a stronger counterattack. Well placed into the middle of the table.
Four, 6.
What would you advise Tao and Lily right here? Because they're not playing poorly, but they're getting outplayed.
Yeah, you really have to make sure that the ball that you're playing is deep enough to where either Hiro or Amy can't drive it moving forward.
5,
you want to
6.
back them up a little bit to take some of the pace off their shot, or to just mix up the spin, change the spin. Don't give them the same ball that they can really tune in for. And those are some good serves there by
6.
Tao.
Oh.
It's not unusual for Amy or for Hiro to get a little bit streaky, because when their shots are landing, there's nothing you can do. So you just have to weather the storm and keep that ball in play. But again, mixing it up. That's a beautiful backhand
7,
side spin.
6.
Push there by Amy Wong, finding the wide forehand. Lily
7,
putting some
all.
pressure on the third ball. Excellent choice. And that's example, Evan. Lily served that long on
8,
purpose.
7.
Nice and deep. You see Amy, when she lifted up, it was more of a jamming type of shot. Now has the lead. Tao wants that one back.
8, 8.
He had exactly the forehand that Lily set him up for.
The idea that every point counts is certainly critical in many ways right here. Difference between 4-all and 5-3 in the team tally. And the Bastards back up by 1.
Amy serve got away from her, trying to keep it short. Just went off the end, allowing Tao and Jong to get that first attack in.
9-all.
9-9.
Smart play by
9,
Kasahara.
10.
That ball came off the side of the table, spun it up, used the angle to his advantage, and really put a lot of pressure on Lily Jong out to the forehand.
9-10.
Game point for Texas. And the smash have taken the first 2 games of the doubles.
11-9.
They're even overall in the match. Deep return, or deep serve here from Tsao and Jong, and Kasahara was ready for it. Returning it right at Jong, the smash. Back even.
Sides in order of play when one pair gets to 5 points. But right now, a little conversation.
So Texas began the day 10 points ahead of Portland.
0-0.
With 4 of the first 8 points, including 2 straight in the doubles. The smash now 14 points ahead of the paddlers. On this final day of the regular season,
0-1.
Texas can officially clinch a playoff spot with 11 points in this match. Even if they get 7 or 8, they will really force the paddlers to have an epic day against Seattle. Now, as Sean has mentioned, the spinners have been eliminated, so we don't totally know what their mentality will be, but they still have personal incentives to play for, plus an immense amount of pride after a full season battling against the very best players across the league. And Sean, as you mentioned earlier, also every opportunity on the table is a chance to show you're worthy for next season, because those are conversations and debates that are happening right now.
And I really think that it's when maybe you don't have anything to play for, but pride is when the coaches are looking the most in case they want to have a trade, or if you do go back into the pool, what type of play do you want to add to your team, regardless of the scores out there fighting to win every point possible.
So teams have traded 3-0 runs at the start of game 3. Amy Wong has done that a bunch of times. We could put a pretty good reel together of Amy's smashing winners. Top 10 smashes.
Amy's finishing blows.
5-3, change.
You missed it at the top of the show. Amy, along with Lily Jong and Rachel Sung, were celebrated last night by the entire MLTT West Division community.
Yes.
All players and coaches were told that there was a mandatory meeting in the hotel lobby last night, just before 10 o'clock local time, when folks got back after the conclusion of the day. And folks did not know what exactly it was going to be. I know a few people in the know tried to make it seem like it was very serious. Maybe something had gone wrong. And of course, It was just a celebration of the season, a tone of appreciation, and especially to pay tribute to the 3 female players from the West Division that have already qualified to participate in the Olympics this summer. And the cake, I understand, was the brilliant idea of one Sean O'Neill.
Definitely want to give the ladies their kudos for playing great in the trials. Of course, Lily made the team based on her international ranking, which came down to the wire for her to win a tournament, a WTT feeder in Manchester. So all these ladies have just been a great addition. We look forward to the ladies playing against each other next season in head-to-head matches in singles play, so can't wait to follow them. Of course, Nikhil is also still in the running for Paris as he'll go down to Lima, Peru.
Footage from the hotel last night. Smiles. It was your idea to get the cake. Did you design the cake as well?
Yes. Little combination of ChatGPT. I put some profiles in there and I said 3 great female players with great attacks and strong forehands and backhands, and it pumped out a wonderful design.
It was awesome.
9-6. Timeout, smash.
Texas going to take a timeout here. First timeout of the day.
Ooh, timeout called here by Texas.
3-point lead for the Smash, not wanting to let this get any closer.
This is the nail that you want to put in the coffin. More for Portland than anything else.
And she's pretty incredible to watch, and you'll have a chance to see her playing at 2 o'clock. Again, not into singling anyone out, but if you look at where I'm standing and where I'm pointing at the same time, you might notice someone, I don't want to mention any names, but Fabiola Diaz is her name, and she'll be playing at 2 o'clock later on, so make sure you enjoy.
And yeah, if you keep short, then you keep short, and if you give long, then
still a chance. And everybody
no
wants to be involved in
then just give short again.
Season 2. Season number 1 has been incredible, but we've already had applications even from top 10 players in the world to join. People often want to know, how good is the U.S. in table tennis? How strong is this league? There are players here that played the quarterfinals at major international events and represented at the World Championships for many different countries.
Let's go, let's go.
Including Australia, the United States.
Allez, 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 allez.
All sorts of them. So on that note, a lot to look forward to here. Back from the timeout, Texas Smash 2 points away from taking a clean sweep.
9-6, smash.
Amy Wong back to work.
Again, just a smart play by Amy.
6-10.
Didn't go for anything crazy, but really measured where Tsao was camping out, got it back out to the forehand side.
Strong stuff from the Texas doubles team. Kasahara and Wong win 8 of their 9 games for the weekend. Certainly a strong statement as Texas takes 1 step closer to officially punching its ticket to the championship weekend. And when they get there, they'll have a doubles team to contend with. Kasahara and Wong complete the sweep.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm very surprised with the result after 2 strong teams that look like we go right down to the wire. And now Texas Smash. How do you feel, Anita, about Texas Smash being in front? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. My hearing's terrible. Could you say it a little louder one more time? How would you know? You're just a fan with the Texas Smash shirt. The fans, it's amazing. The fans will go so far. They will follow online on Instagram and social media, watch live from around the world. You know, MLTT is streaming around the world. They've got their own YouTube channel. They're on Hulu, which you can find, that's the Amazon one. They've got Bally's. You're on TV right now. Check this out. Pretty cool. Nice. Front row VIP seats. Anything you want to say to your fans? It's your chance. Oh, we missed it. I was going to run over and get you. Ryan, this is you. This is you. Say something cool.
We're back after a Texas Smash sweep in the doubles. Amy Wong and Hiromitsu Kasahara win 3 games pretty convincingly, and Amy joins us now. Amy, a really strong weekend for you and Hero, winning 8 of the 9 games in the doubles. What worked for you two this weekend?
I think the more we play with each other, the better we get. And I think we trust each other more. So I think trust and reliability on each other is what makes us a great partner.
How have you improved playing together from where you started? I mean, you played with a lot of different players this year, a bunch with David, now with Hero, but you and Hero specifically, what has improved with the two of you throughout the season?
I think for me and Hero, we both play a bit faster in the table. And I think when I play with them, I try to control more. Usually when I'm playing, I feel like I'm the one being the more aggressive one, but I think when I play with Hero, I trust him and rely on him more to win most of the points, so I just try to get the ball on the table.
Okay, also during the beginning of the season, it seemed like both you and Lily were a little bit tentative or more afraid of the Golden Game. Are you feeling that that is a lot easier now that you've had so many opportunities to play in the Golden Game?
Not really. I still feel really nervous when I play the Golden Game, no matter who I play with, because it's only 4 points, and those 4 points can make a huge difference for our team. So when I play, I get really nervous, but I'm glad that my teammates are there for me.
Well, you and Hero earned 3 big points for your team to put your team in front, take another step closer to the playoffs. Best of luck clinching that playoff spot, and hopefully we'll see you in Chicago in a few weeks. Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
Back to singles, Sean, and an interesting matchup here. Darryl Tsao, the young American, against Alexis Douin, representing the Bay Area Blasters. Douin, the 26-year-old from Paris. These two played back in January. Darryl won 2 games to 1. I believe that might have been Darryl's first win of the year.
I think it was where he chalked up that first win.
He had won games, but he hadn't won a match. And he's been a stronger player in the second half of the season. Certainly you would expect that from a young teenager. Darryl just turned 17 in March. Neither of these players competed yesterday. Both played on Friday and were inactive yesterday. The nice thing about Alexis' weekend, you can ask him who you faced in singles, and you can just say Tsao, because he played Andrew Tsao, CAO on Friday. He's got Darryl Tsao, TSAO on Sunday. Nice conveniently to be able to recap it.
And we've had Tsao versus Tsao.
Yes, we have.
In one of the earlier matches where Darryl took the victory.
That was an upset when Darryl beat Andrew. I remember that.
Yeah, because Andrew's been a tad stronger.
Darryl having a strong start today. 5-1 lead for the Texas teenager. Wow.
1-6.
Strokes.
Really, what we've seen here in Wichita, the number of backhand winners seems has been maximized, and that's a nice combination here by Douin. You hear the fans calling for a replay. They saw it on the Jumbotron upstairs. Wow, what a start for Darryl Tsao.
Douin trying to find something right now, but very little is working for the Frenchman. Well, that'll work. Right on cue, whipping the backhand winner. 9-1 to 9-3. Does Alexis still believe deep down he can win this game?
No, he's probably going to be going for bigger shots just because the high risk, high reward, trailing by so many challenges. Darryl's got 2 serves, and he's going to make the point happen the way he wants it to be set up.
10-3.
And Tsao closes it out 11-3.
First game smash.
Certainly expected closer, but Darryl Tsao was the sharper player. Calm, cool, and composed, Darryl Tsao rolls in game number 1 over Alexis Douin.
Jong, Wong, and even Rachel's son, who you'll see later on today. All 3 of those women will qualify to represent the United States. 2 of them are from California born and raised, 1 of which from New Jersey. It's very interesting, the coastal towns and whatnot, but Kansas City, and I'd say Wichita, Kansas even more so. There seems to be a lot of history here. You played in this building? Not in this building, but in the city. Okay. Again, we're going to make sure everyone who wants to play, raise your hand if you want to play table tennis, but you don't already have a place to play. Okay, everyone's taken care of. Back for the action. Game number 2.
Sean, what impressed you most about Darryl Tsao's performance in game number 1?
Just dealing with the pressure. There is so much more on Texas that they've got to get as many points as possible. And Darryl just went out and played. He wasn't looking around. He wasn't questioning himself. Just 1 point after the next, staying focused, getting his A game into play, and that one backhand loop from the backcourt, that was tremendous.
1-0.
And the Smasher in position now, even if they lost every point the rest of the day, maybe Douin coming back to win here, David McBeth coming up empty against Tsao, and then losing the Golden Game. Even if all that happened, Portland would need to beat Seattle 17-4 to overtake Texas. So you gotta like the Smashers' chances. And really this match turned with the doubles, Kasahara and Wong.
And I would say, Evan, even the game before with Nishant Laaka,
it's a good point.
Stopping the sweep by Silva
would have been 5-1.
Set the tone for that doubles match going out saying, hey, we could have been swept, but instead, here's a little present. Take it and run with it.
It was 4-1. Now 5 straight points for Texas after falling behind 4-1.
3-2.
How strong was Amy and Hero putting their lightning speed off the bounce play against the Blasters? And look at that, Darryl Tsao.
3-0.
Beautiful counterattack with the forehand.
Smash serves.
Finding the open court, wide backhand. Alexi needs to figure out a way to stop Darryl from having these big swings.
3-4.
The other element, Evan, that we really haven't spoken about
5-3.
Let's say that both these teams are going into the playoffs, which most likely they both will. Do you want to go into it off of a loss, or do you want to have a little momentum, especially from the head-to-head perspective? Texas is really finding their rhythm. Oh, great backhand opening attack by Darryl Tsao. Taking advantage of a serve that came off the side of the table. Well placed into the body.
5.
Both players going for very big shots. Alexis showing
6.
his backhand prowess. Excellent play. Darryl opting to get into a backhand-to-backhand exchange, but Alexis very powerful off the bounce. Smart, good shot by Darryl. Getting his forehand into play.
Blasters, timeout.
Darryl is so adept at playing that forehand both down the line and cross court.
Timeout for Maggie Tien's Bay Area Blasters.
What do you want? Some
that was more musical than you expected, right? So we were talking, refresh my memory on your names one more time.
Have some plan. Right? First, last.
Corey and Sheila, it feels like it's been forever. My goodness.
You didn't win the point.
Corey and Sheila.
Have some plan.
So, guys over here, Scott, Jeremy, I know somebody who's driven in, Alexander. Talk to me. They're looking for places to play nearby. They said, I don't think Wichita has a club. Does Wichita have a club?
Serve to
Alexander,
the middle, short,
you gotta let us know where it is. These people
like
over here are getting inspired.
Or you want to serve reverse.
They want to play. They're watching. They're thinking, I want to be them. I want to play next season. How do I get in? I gotta train. Right, Yoshi and Amy took a break right now. People in the back.
I know you want to flick also.
They're up there. Okay. Raise your hand if you want to start playing more table tennis.
When you loop the first ball, you know
yes. Okay. Good. I'm gonna come talk to you guys.
Who is the backhand side?
Back for the timeout. A 1-point game here. Darryl Tsao and Alexis Douin.
Six, 7. Blasters to serve.
Good serve from Alexis there.
7, all. Eight, 7.
What a point for Douin. How did he stay in it?
Oh my goodness.
8, 8.
Darryl unleashed 3 amazing attacks and Douin just kept the ball going back.
Spider-Man.
I guess that would have been due to his spidey sense in order to keep that ball in play.
Just the pose. Falling down, somehow keeping his balance. 8 all. And a lead for Douin here in game 2.
9,
Very effective
8.
timeout. Change the rhythm.
Portland coach Christian Liverose sneaking in through the curtains. Rooting for the Blasters for sure. Oh my goodness, that caught the net and then the edge and it sets up game point. You gotta be kidding me. Look at this.
When it rains,
Clink,
it
clink.
pours.
Everything correct, yeah. 8, 10.
A net would be bad enough, but then to double down and get the edge.
Tsao fights off 1 game
9,
point.
10.
But he can't fight off a second. Alexis Douin has evened up this match at 1 game apiece. Lost the opening game 11-3, but battles back in game 2. Texas leads 6-5 overall. Big rubber game coming up.
the basement, that's no longer fun. That's where it's grudge matches, like who makes the groceries type stuff. Wow, I'm not coming to your basement. We'll see. I'm gonna train hard first and see if I'm ready for the basement. That's what I have to do. I gotta prepare out here.
So Darryl and Alexis are going the distance. When they played in January, Darryl won the first 2 games, and then Alexis salvaged the third. So it's the first rubber game between these two this season. Who do you lean toward as we get rolling here, Sean?
I would say Alexis, just because momentum finishing game 2. A lot of focus in the Bay Area Blasters bench during the end of game discussion. Darryl with an excellent backhand block down the line.
One, two. Three, one.
Like game 1 for Darryl Tsao, strong start.
Just getting his offense into play off of both service games.
Two, four.
Sean, you may remember yesterday I said that on Sunday I was going to ask you for your championship weekend prediction. Now, I'm going to wait to ask you until we officially know which teams are going, but
5-2, change.
we're closing in. So just want to make sure you are considering all the variables, just like you always would for your fantasy team.
Exactly.
But I'm curious what factors will be foremost on your mind, and you'll be thinking about specific matchups and tendencies and momentum and all that sort of stuff. So, and let's see, Douin leaving everything on the floor here in Wichita, throwing his body around Brassier style.
And speaking of the East Coast region, I would say one factor is the East Coast has played in Chicago once.
And why does that matter?
A little bit of just comfort of going to the same city. Of course, a lot of these players, especially on the East Coast, are traveling from Europe. So getting here, Douin, of course, from France also, not easy traveling completely halfway around the world like Leen to come play matches where, whether it's in New Jersey, Daytona Beach, it's a much shorter trip, easier to get acclimated. But I think for me, the two teams, the Revolution and Carolina, have been so stable. We haven't seen as much up and down. Of course, Revolution started slow, I'll grant you that. But they have just been on a tear for the second half of the season that, just like we saw in Rock Hill, I would say that the East have a chance to hold the upset in possibly the 1-2 semifinal.
Yeah, I would posit.
Timeout, smash.
Would it be an upset for Princeton to beat the Bay Area Blasters? I'm not sure I think I consider Princeton to be the favorite going into that match.
I mean,
But reasonable minds could disagree.
Yeah, and I think that's why
you're just
this
telling me to
particular
do the
match,
second ball change. Don't play 2 balls to back in. Second ball change. And stay up. Don't back up and try to play forward. You can trust your back in. You're back and you change. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You don't overheat. Stay.
He said, Andrew Tsao. This guy right here, that's his favorite player, the one and only. He'll be playing at 2 o'clock later on today. He's got his headphones on so he can stay focused, am I right? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Get your legs right. The last one you missed, you're like serving it like this. Kids are raised well in Andrew's part of the world.
He said still commit to whatever decision you make, just go.
Texas, the manners there, unbelievable.
Stay up and you got it. You're winning this match.
Table tennis, by the way.
Come on.
You guys know, playing in the basement, playing at home, playing at the club. If you need to mix it up, take it to the next level, come home and practice with each other, and then come train again at the club. That's the way to do it. Back from the timeout.
Go back to that Princeton Bay Area question.
Well, I think the bottom line, are both teams going to be at full
7-5.
strength? Are they going to be bringing
Serve.
their absolute best team members?
I would hope so for the championship, but you're right. That is something to consider.
Whether it's anything to do with nice shot by Darryl. We've seen a number of players under the weather throughout the season. Had some players dealing with some minor injuries. Of course, when you're having kids, that's not easy. When we've had players like David McBeth missed time due to the birth of his first child. So we will see, but
we could get the 2 new dads with Jin Shin and Dave if they.
Then we could play Who's Your Daddy.
See whose dad's strength is greater.
Oh, what a combination by Darryl Tsao.
10-6.
As Nandan Naresh said, you can go backhand to backhand with him during the coaching break, and certainly he did in that example.
Game point for Tsao to finish this match, and he's got it.
11-6.
Strong stuff from the 17-year-old from Fremont, California. Darryl Tsao takes 2 out of 3 and carries the momentum forward for Texas. They are 1 point away from clinching a lead going into the Golden Game. We'll chat with Darryl in just a moment.
But honestly, the wheels are always turning up there in that massive grain. I know it. What are you thinking about? What's interesting? What's inspiring? I'm impressed by your MC. Really? Well, let's talk about that for a while. I'm going to sit down and record this and just listen to everything you have to say. I'm just impressed. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. This is getting awkward. It's not the me show. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Crowd work. The crowd is impressive. I like the crowd. Crowd, give yourselves a round of applause. VIP section and everyone else. Thank you for being here for the first season. Now, a little fun fact. If you did want to upgrade your tickets, the reason I say this is the MLT t-shirts are really nice. And when you buy a VIP ticket, you get a Major League Table Tennis shirt. Now, if you look at the price of the shirt, they're high qualities. Here's one right here. Dennis holding it up right now. He'll be wearing it soon. He's just getting it warmed up.
Welcome back to Wichita, where the Texas Smash have now taken a 7-5 lead. Darryl Tsao with strong work. First singles win of the day for the Smash. Darryl, congratulations. Thanks for joining us. For the second time this season, you got the better of Alexis.
Yeah.
Kind of a seesaw match. You were dominant in games 1 and 3. What was working for you today?
I think I was just sticking to the game plan, just serving just more flat spin because Alexis likes to play this banana and likes to play this rally thing, especially the back and. That's what he excels at. So I think we're trying to avoid that this match.
So Darryl, we don't know the final order of which teams are going through. You guys are looking really strong. Assuming that you do qualify for the playoffs, what will you do between now in Chicago in 3 weeks to get prepared for those matches?
I think just preparing our matches, like since we will know by the end of this weekend who we might play in this championship weekend, so we can prepare the potential opponents that we might play. So maybe like strategize a little bit and just working on some problems that I might have.
Darryl, you're certainly not the only player in the league that's both a high school student and a professional athlete, but as you've gone through the season, what has it been like, you know, going from high school class and homework to being back to professional training and competition?
It's been really, really busy, just balancing schoolwork and just training in general. Sometimes school takes a little, it's more important, sometimes training's more important. It just depends on what. It's just tough days ahead. Yeah.
Do your teachers have an appreciation for your table tennis skill?
They don't really watch actually, because I tend not to tell my teachers what I do, so I just like to keep it like just private.
Well, if you can win the championship in 3 weeks, then you got to go back home and tell them, show them the trophy and maybe your check as well.
Yeah, I think I have to show my dad actually, because he told me before this weekend that we have no chance. So, what do you got to say, Dad? Now.
Wow. Yeah, I love it.
Little trash talk to the dad.
Why did he think you had no chance?
I don't know. Just based on looking at our score, we were like a little bit behind, maybe, and maybe he thought that we couldn't make it, but almost there now. Yeah.
Portland, even if you don't score another point, we need to beat Seattle 18-3. Yeah. And if you guys win the Golden Game or Dave McBeth gets you to the finish line here, you're very close. Congrats on a good win today, Darryl. We'll see you in the Golden Game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Darryl's dad's a doubter.
1-0.
I love the reminding his dad of his own words.
I mean, look, there were 11 points out of a playoff spot coming into the weekend.
And if Portland had beaten them soundly in the first match,
it would have been over.
Over. They knew that they, as David McBeth said, they had their back up against the wall.
But they won that match 16-5, and that truly set the tone. They also became just the 4th team in this calendar year to come from behind and win a Golden Game against Seattle last night. Which takes me to my random nugget of the day. With that win, the Texas Smash have more Golden Game comeback wins than any other team in the league. We know how rare it is. It's only happened 18 times across the 86 matches so far, where a team has trailed going into it and come back. 4 of those 18 comebacks are from the Texas Smash.
And I think, Evan, what all the coaches and players have learned, if you're going to win one game in the entire match, make it the Golden Game. Because as we first started out, a lot of the teams were really focused on the singles and doubles and almost not an afterthought. But maybe they let their guard down a little bit. They felt they had some breathing space. But the Golden Game has been where it's at, and clearly in the playoffs, it'll be everything.
There is the format change in the playoffs. The Golden Game no longer being worth 6 points. The Golden Game is worth everything. And the opening 15 points will determine how big a lead a team has going into the Golden Game. I think the intensity of those semifinal Golden Games, they're just going to be absolutely off the charts.
Well, also, if you think about this, the matches after the doubles, you do not want to start down 9-0. 7-0 or even maybe at 10. So
we know how significant a 5-0 lead is. 7-0 lead, just adds exponential difficulty
plus
to the team trailing.
The order that the coaches get to choose, being the second pick, really changes the dynamics as well. You get to choose your matchup.
6-5.
All right, we're 11 points in here with McBeth and Tsao and Jong. First meeting between these two since September. They played in Santa Cruz, and Tsao won 3 straight.
Yeah, forehand to forehand exchange by McBeth. Nice short backswings by McBeth, able to keep the ball in front of him. Not easy to deal with Tsao and Jong's forehand. Quite lethal. You can see the quick short stroke by McBeth. And now up 8-5 here in game 1.
5-8.
It's a very difficult serve to return. McBeth just going for broke. Not easy to tell whether it's side spin, top spin, underspin. Wow.
That was well done by McBeth, handling the net ball.
So smooth. That final backhand just unleashed a heavy topspin. Oh,
yikes.
He had that ball on his paddle.
7-9.
Tsao continuing to fight, but McBeth able to go for a few more shots with the lead.
$7-10.
For Tsao and Jong, it did not go well in doubles today. Lost all 3 games. Now he's a point away from dropping the opener in singles. And that'll do it for Dave McBeth in game number 1.
11-7.
McBeth was swept by Tsao back in September. McBeth is certainly one of those guys that has gotten better and more seasoned. Found his form as the season has progressed. An 11-7 impressive win in the opening game here in 4th singles.
That's a great question. We'll bring it up after this game. The players back for game number 2.
Well, at the start of the
Second
day,
game,
it felt like the
smash
smash might be in
0-0.
trouble. But now they're up to 220. They are guaranteed themselves a lead going into the Golden game. We know how valuable that is. If you're a Portland fan, things are looking about as bleak as they have all weekend long.
And Portland had its chances when they played head-to-head with the Smash. Big leads in second games after winning the first. But Evan, I'm going to keep going back to the Laaka third game against Silva as the start of the run for the Smash to really right their ship and to put a lot of pressure here on the Blasters.
7 of the last 8 games have gone to Texas after they started
And
slow.
the doubles was amazing. Hero and Amy. I mean, Lily and Tsao and Jong are playing solid doubles, and just to get swept.
Strong response from Tsao and Jong here in game 2. What you would expect from a player of his caliber.
Yeah, his forehand, he can deliver it in all directions. Great over the table. Once you deal with the forehand, his backhand can be just as tricky. Whoa, look at McBeth picking that deep serve off the bounce and taking it down the line. Tsao continuing just to work and get his forehand into play early in the point.
Second service error of the match for Dave McBeth.
2-7.
Is it mental at this point?
I think a couple of issues. One is we have seen some air circulation going on this weekend, but right now, completely not there. So it can't be that. I think just trailing a few points, as well as when you're playing somebody like Tsao and Jong, there's no real easy places to serve to. So you have to make a quality locational choice, and if you're not used to that, very easy halfway through the service motion to think, well, is this the right spot to go to? You can see a little hitch sometimes in player strokes.
Oh, when Jong drills the corner, leads 8-4.
8.
Again, the ability to go in all directions is what makes Tsao and Jong so strong. And over the table backhand play.
4,
Who would you say
9.
hits the ball harder between these two guys?
Up at the table, Tsao, but once McBeth can be a half a step, maybe 3 feet, 5 feet back.
10,
it's just the
4.
leverage of his height. Both these players have great technique. Kind of like when we were practicing, I was mentioning that you have to use your full body. Both these players get every ounce of power. Look at that great backhand over the table by McBeth.
10.
Tsao almost feels like he's playing like in the future, like he gets to the ball before he should in a lot of cases.
And he takes game 2, 11-6.
11-6, second
So
game.
the score of the team tally now 8-6. It'll be a 1 or 3 point lead for Texas at the start of the Golden game. Meanwhile, we got a rubber game between Tsao and Jong and David McBeth, 60 seconds away.
Tsao and Jong will do it. He'll use the red side of his racket. Keep your eyes on him to see. This is the decider, game number 3.
Third game, Blasters
Game number
serve,
3.
0-0.
Final game of the regular season for Tsao and David in singles.
1-0. One all. Smash. One, 2.
David just having some difficulty after a nice backhand, getting fully into position to make the forehand fifth ball attack.
3-1.
It's been interesting over the course of the season. At this stage of the match, early in game number 15, we know that the Golden game is beckoning. Double bounce for McBeth.
2,
Takes the point.
3.
When you look at the Bay Area bench right now, it's Maggie Tien and nobody else.
They are all getting ready for the Golden game.
Well, on the Texas bench, you got 2 members that are active today sitting there.
3 all.
Tsao and Wong, and Naresh inactive today, wearing the communication headset to connect
Designated
with their coach.
Liaison to make sure.
Articulator.
I think those headphones do a little better job than the AirPods.
3, 4.
Getting more W's.
Oh, that's nice.
4-all.
Only had one golden point in this team match so far. That was back in game 2 between Leen and Kasahara.
5-4.
Number of 11 nines.
Indeed. Championship Sunday in Chicago, Sean, 3 weeks away. If Texas wins the Golden Game, they will punch their ticket officially. McBeth wins this last game, but they lose the Golden Game. Texas would have a 19-point lead, which means Portland would need to beat Seattle either 21-0 or 20-1.
7-4. Blasters
to pass
timeout.
Texas in the standings, otherwise it will be the smash. Timeout taken by the Blasters. Let's
I learned something really cool
eavesdrop on the Mandarin.
table tennis. I'll tell you more about it in a bit. It's a little bit geeky, and that excites me a lot. Apparently, it was a Bulgarian player who played penhold who developed this shot, and China loved it because they realized there was a chance to save this grip from extinction, and they were cameraing, they were recording everything, and making sure that they could study it well. Ryan, you had a good question. You said, is it true that in China, they do. In China, the name of the sport is ping pong qiu, which means ping pong ball. So still table tennis competitively, but P-I-N-G-P-A-N-G, ping pong qiu, Q-I-U.
The international voice of table tennis, Adam Bobrow, back in his
7-4.
MC duties here in Wichita this weekend.
Of course, always the colorful attire.
Now, I was asking you yesterday about your favorite
5-7.
choppers that you've watched, and then I was sitting with Adam last night at the hotel, and we were talking about choppers, and we pulled up some YouTube videos, and he had me watching some of the greats. It was a lot of fun.
Of course, with Matthew DeSantillan and Angela Guan.
6-7.
We'll see some choppers in Chicago. What a block by McBeth.
8-6.
Took all the pace off that shot. Jong unsure of what was left spin-wise. And that's a beautiful over-the-table flip again.
9-6.
McBeth doing a great job here in this match against Jong.
That'll set up game point for Dave McBeth to give Texas the 3-point lead heading into the Golden Game. 11-6 in game 3.
2-1
McBeth able to take 2 out of 3 from Jong. And what a strong finish to this match. Texas was down 4-1 early, but they have won 8 of the last 10 points. Smash on the brink of a playoff berth here in Wichita. So the day began with El Sayed Lachine punching the Bay Area's first place ticket in the West. Then Sonora Silva won the opening 2 games against Laaka. But game 3, Sean, was when everything sort of changed. Certainly the doubles was all Texas.
No, Laaka kept Texas in the game by just coming out and playing great offense, and then it has been all Texas ever since.
Darryl Tsao takes 2 out of 3 from Alexis Douin, sending the Frenchman flying and flailing in pursuit. And then Dave McBeth able to get 2 out of 3 from Tsao and Jong, taking games 1 and 3 respectively. So the Big Brit has the smash in front, 9-6, heading into the Golden Game. And we will stand by for the final Golden Game order of the season for Golden, for the Blasters and the Smash respectively. Bay Area is 12-10 in Golden Games this year. The Smash are 10-12. We've seen Texas go 2-0 in Golden Games so far this weekend, trying to make it 3 for 3. The most exciting moment of the match, and it is about to begin. Mimi Bosica will handle the selection of the Golden Game order here in Wichita.
Okay, hello everybody. So we have the Texas Smash leading against the Bay Area Blasters 9-6. That means Texas will begin with a 3-0 lead, and the serve and the first pick goes to Bay Area Blasters. Alexis Douin is playing first. Who will play first for Texas?
Darryl Tsao.
Darryl Tsao will play first for Texas. Who will go second?
David McBeth.
David McBeth will go second for Texas.
Wenjiang Tao.
Wenjiang Tao, second for Bay Area. Who will go third, Coach?
Lasheen.
El Sayed Lasheen will go third. How about you, Coach?
We go with Kasahara.
One more time.
Kasahara.
Hiro Kasahara. And who will go fourth?
Laaka.
Nishant Laaka will go fourth. Who will go fourth for you?
Lily Zhang.
Lily Zhang will go fourth, which means Sonora Silva will go fifth for Bay Area and Amy Wong for Texas Smash. Okay, good luck, everybody.
Good luck, Coach.
I love it.
Jörg Bitzigayo coaching his team from Germany. And I'd say the biggest surprise and twist came late with Maggie Tien choosing Lily Zhang to face Nishant Laaka, so we get the cross-gender matchups there at the end. Meanwhile, a little surprised to see Maggie Tien choose Alexis Douin to go first, but they will just play 1 point at the start of the Golden Game.
That is the advantage of Texas, able to make the second pick
0-3.
of the order.
So just 1 point here. Darryl Tsao continues his strong day at the office. 4-0 lead for Texas.
You've got to think that Texas likes this order right now.
Serving Dave McBeth, receiving Tsao and
doing a
Jong,
very
4-0.
strong job, picking 2 out of 3 in the singles play.
Nice deep push to the baseline. Dave McBeth extending the lead to 5-0. Backhand strong, the Shakespearean.
All Texas so far in this Golden Game.
Serving 6 to Tsao and Jong.
Blasters won the Golden Game 21-9 last time these two teams met.
Long serve, well placed, and it's a first point for the Bay
Tsao
Area
and Jong
Blasters.
gets his team on the board.
Second serve, outright point.
Tsao earns a
Jong,
split
service
of
game
the
strong.
4-point sequence.
Levels the playing field at 2 points apiece, but team-wise, it'll
Bay
be
Area
6.
Blasters twice this year have come from behind to win a Golden Game.
El Sayed Lasheen, the Arab Lion.
Once in October against Portland when they trailed 1-0. Once in December against Chicago in the interdivisional event when they trailed 3-0. Lasheen has been locked in today.
Not only running it down, but counter-attacking from the backcourt. What a great forehand reloop.
Tight serve, well placed, and it's 1 point apiece. Sayed Rashid 3, serving 7.
Oh, Kasahara missed it. Incredible effort by Lachine just to get it back to the table.
Just fighting for every single shot.
Point still felt over with Kasahara winding up for that. And it was over, but not the way we expected. Remember that turning point, although Kasahara does get the final point of the 4-point sequence to earn the 2-2 split.
Between them now and coming into the arena, it is Nishant Laaka for Texas Smash. And for the Bay Area Blasters, the American Dream, Lily Jong, 8, serving 4 for Nishant.
In USA table tennis ratings, Lily is higher.
Lily with
Takes
the
the opening point. The golden sweep would tie this thing up.
Lily has her feet moving, looking to stay away from the forehand side.
Wow!
That time going right at it.
Both points on Labaka's serve, ripped away by Lily Jong.
Steals the attack from over the table. It's a 2-point
Attacking
game.
the
6,
strength
serving 8.
of Laaka.
Good return from Labaka there. Jong sent the third ball long, so the Smash will have the lead. As Silva and Wong take the table. Will it be a 2-point game or a 4-point game? It'll be a 4-point game, all 4 points in that pairing, won by the returner. George showing no emotion, but got to be pleased in Labaka's effort there to get 2 points against Lily.
Just to split in somewhat of a mismatch, but again, here's another mixed singles matchup. Amy Wong serving deep. And then Silva playing offense from the backcourt.
What's the key for Amy here against Sonora?
Just to stay up to the table and play some angles.
Both sides playing
there's a little bit of frustration there on Amy.
Wait.
Generally don't see that.
Wait. Smash. Warning.
And she did get a warning.
Come on, she's sending the ball to the ball kid.
That doesn't exist there.
Corner where the ball kid usually sits.
3 for 3, Sonora Silva.
Got to
1
hit
point
to the
away
right side,
from
otherwise you
tying
get
up.
the mini warning.
Silva going for the golden sweep. Unable to get it. Catches the tape.
Amy with a really nice digging backhand push that works so well in the doubles. Just really cuts his spin off the ball.
In the building. And Alexis Douin on
earlier,
receive.
Douin and Tsao got to play just 1 point. Now they'll play the full 4. This will be the final 4 points of these two players' seasons, unless we get to the ultimate golden point at 20 all.
Edge of the racket, it carries long the tight serve for the
Darryl
point.
Tsao has had
12,
Alexis' number today. Really all season long, the 2 times they played in singles matches and the golden game today.
Working so hard, sending a message to Dad.
Take this, Dad.
Not only will we qualify for Chicago, but thanks to my efforts.
Absolutely. 3 straight for Darryl.
And here's
Tsao.
a sweep potential.
Timeout, Blasters.
Timeout, Blasters. A reminder that with a win in this golden game, Texas will leave no doubt the Smash will be in the playoffs.
Which would make quite a statement here. Or too fast, 3 points miss.
Remember, 21 points to split in any given team match. 5 points between them now. They were within
long
2.
to the backhand, heavy underspin after play rally.
Well started. Bay Area Blasters started down 0-3.
Be ready. It's okay. No pressure.
So,
Play your game. Come
2
on.
points so far. The timeout has come to an end.
It's one thing to say no pressure, it's another thing to feel no pressure.
9 serving 14.
Douin able to salvage the final point, gets it back to 4.
14-10.
So now 14-10 as Dave McBeth enters the arena and Tsao and Jong on the receive.
Tsao and Jong versus Dave McBeth, their final 4 points of the regular season.
Good serve by McBeth. Side spin, top spin. Tsao and Jong decided to loop it, just unable to bring it down. Got to cover those top spin serves. Much better job that time.
That was a huge point for Tsao. Back to 4 instead of getting to 6. Tsao could win these 2 on his serve. It'll feel like the Blasters are right back in it. But McBeth has other ideas.
So strong on the backhand side. Especially when McBeth is over the table. Oh, and a knockdown.
Yeah, how about that? 3 of the 4 for McBeth. Texas closing in.
Incredible rally. And it is now 17-11. Hiromitsu Kasahara to serve to
Kasahara and Lachine.
Kasahara could end this on this 4-point sequence.
Lachine went for it, nearly got it, but Texas now within 3.
Down 18, serving 11.
The Smash were 11 points out of the playoff race at the start of this weekend.
Banana flick and the follow-up backhand.
They're now 3 points away from going 3-0 this weekend, including a 16-5 win on Friday against the Paddlers to send the Smash to Chicago. Oh,
Lachine. It's a tight serve.
Not going to quietly.
No.
Makes it 13-18.
1 more point, then Lily Jong and Nishant Laaka. Catches the net. Kasahara gives the Smash a 6-point edge.
Texas Smash wins this game.
Will
They
Nishant
automatically
Laaka be the
qualify.
one to get Texas
It's
across the
Nishant
finish line?
Laaka to serve to Lily Jong, 19 serving 13.
Lily Jong needs at least 3 out of 4. And now she needs 3 straight. It's match point for Texas to clinch a playoff spot. And we will see the Texas Smash in Chicago at the first ever MLTT Championship weekend as Laaka closes it out 21-13 in the Golden Game, and Texas wins the match 15-6.
So convincing, great teamwork, spearheaded by David McBeth's great performance.
You are watching on
The
YouTube.
Smash are playoff bound. We'll chat with a victorious Smash on the other side of the break.
Or the West Coast. It is a question of time. Getting drafted next season, so there will be a lot of fighting in the match later on today. The conversation with Coach York happening right now via cell phone, the power of technology. You can enjoy all the commentary and relive the moments from today on YouTube. Congratulations, Texas Smash, on securing your place in Chicago. And for you, make sure you grab a piece of the action and get your Major League Table Tennis shirts over at our fan zone. We've got a little merch booth for you. You can get everything from professional table tennis equipment to your favorite team's shirt. Follow Major League Table Tennis on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And subscribe on YouTube. MLTT.com for everything you need. We've got another match in 50 minutes. If you want to play some table tennis, make sure that you're here 20 minutes before the match at 1:45.
The matchups for the first ever MLTT Championship Weekend semifinals are set at 4 p.m. Central Time on Saturday the 27th. The Blasters will face the Revolution, and the Texas Smash just punched their ticket, earning the right to battle the Carolina Gold Rush in the nightcap. 3 weeks from now, 20 days away from the semifinals. Let's chat with Dave McBeth of the Texas Smash. Dave, congratulations. Strong performance all the way around from you and your team. Really, the momentum seemed to change both with doubles and with Nishant Labaka's win in the third game against Sonora Silva. Can you speak to the feeling on the bench when you're down 4-1 and how things shifted as that match progressed?
I think the doubles has been, unbelievable since I think they were 1-0, 7-1 down on Friday. And then since they came back in that set, they've won every set since then. So that was a turning point. Even Nishant hanging in there. Obviously, it's difficult when he's 2-0 down, but just to take that point gives you a bit more momentum to, somehow get a fight back. Because it wasn't looking good at 4-1, let's say, because obviously we're all looking at the scoreboard, whether we can say we're not, but obviously we're all trying to count each point as it comes. So.
How does it feel to now know that you got plans?
Yeah, well, yesterday we discussed a bit about this, and it's a lot easier than having to sit down and then hope that Portland don't get enough points. It's a lot better just to be straight in.
And now that, knowing that you're going into Chicago, personally, how will you prepare? Head back to England, and then what will be your preparation? Do you have some practice partners there that can help you get ready?
I'll definitely have a little look at the games this weekend, and then probably some of the games from the crossover, because we played Carolina once there, so probably just have a look at that and get as much training. It's not that long to go. Sorry. So.
Do you anticipate coming in a couple days early for the
I'd imagine
playoffs?
so. Yeah,
because you've done that so well in all of the matches on the West Coast Conference.
Obviously, it's a 5-hour time difference. So definitely a few days early to practice and obviously adjust the jet lag.
It wasn't a great interdivisional weekend for the Smash overall, but you had the lead against Carolina going into the Golden Game. You played Enzo really tough. All three games were tight. You won one of them. Enzo took two. I mean, what are your thoughts about matching up with the Gold Rush, who have been the wire-to-wire best team in the league?
Yeah, I think obviously there's not as much pressure on us. We've just got to go and, as you say, in the crossover, we had our chances. So if he can repeat a performance like that, we can definitely win against them. But it'll be tough for sure.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Before we let you go, what was the difference today against Tsao? He swept you in September. Here we are 7-8 months later, and you take 2 out of 3. What was the difference today?
Yeah, I just tried to receive a bit better. Last time I was always just pushing the ball.
Well,
9 times out of 10, I wasn't reading a serve, and I was just giving him the half-long balls, which he likes. Today, I just tried to flick a bit more, and if I could keep him short rather than just give him these high half-long balls. That was probably the difference today.
Dave, it's been fun watching you and chatting with you this weekend. Have a safe flight back home to your baby girl, and we'll see you in a few weeks in Chicago.
Thank you very much.
One more look at the bracket, Sean. The championship game is 3 weeks away. It'll be 3 p.m. Central, and these are the 4 teams that'll be vying for their spot on Championship Sunday. We have played 87 of the 88 matches, and now we know who the semifinalists are.
Well, I definitely think after seeing this match here how young and hungry the Texas Smash are, but again, keep an eye on the Revolution, the Gold Rush with Enzo and Honglin, so strong in doubles. I think it might come down to the doubles going into these matches. Of course, the Golden Game will make the full quick case. No ands, ifs, or buts on which team wins.
And Texas has come from behind 4 times to win Golden Games this year. The other thing to note, Princeton and Texas both closing the season super strong. Texas going 3-0 this weekend. All the momentum in the world with the wind at their backs, literally and figuratively, here in Wichita. And Sonora Silva had a fantastic weekend going 5-1 in singles, but Labaka's winning that third game helped us swing the momentum. And well, there are a bunch of disappointed Portland Paddlers fans out there. We still have one more match in the regular season. Portland and Seattle will battle for Pacific Northwest pride. That's coming up in about 44 minutes here from Wichita, Kansas, and the Charles Koch Arena. But the weekend belongs to the Texas Smash. As they defeat Portland on Friday, they smash Seattle
on Saturday. And Texas takes down the Bay Area Blasters here on Sunday. 21-13, the final in the Golden Game. 15-6, the final. We'll see Texas in the playoffs. For Sean, I'm Evan. See ya.